that has your name?
Bryan Huff.
Can you spell it for me?
Bryanhuff.
Okay, and what would your title be with this event?
I don't really know. I think I thought of this about 3 years ago, and it got kicked around a little bit. And finally this year, we wanted to make our Rockabilly Festival last longer than a day, and started making a multi-day event. Started saying, well, what other event ideas do we have out there?
So we call you an event planner then.
I guess so.
That work?
I guess an event planner, that would work.
Okay. So what do we have going on here today?
Today, we started off at 11 o'clock this morning to 12 o'clock with what we call the slug crawl. We have 4 places here in downtown Selmer that make slug burgers. They're all different, they're all great, and some people really love one, and that's their place they eat. But today we want to invite everybody out to kind of walk the slug trail and try all 4 of them and see what all we have to offer. That's going on from 11 to 12. It's kind of a self-guided tour. And then at 1 o'clock, we're going to have some gentlemen come out, and they're going to see how many slug burgers they can eat in 3 minutes. So the eating competition will be going on. And then at about 2:30, we have a lady coming up from Oxford, Mississippi, Sarah Woods. She is with the Southern Foodway Alliance, and you can find them on the internet. They have a great food history website. They're actually studying the history of the slug burger, which a lot of us have recently learned it may not have originated from here. It seems to be in a lot of towns that had manufacturing really big at one point, and then it went away. The slug burger was an economical way for people to eat back then, and sort of a mainstay for working people that needed something to fill them up. So it exists in different forms in a lot of different towns through Alabama, Mississippi, and Tennessee. I wanted something to kind of draw attention to our slug burger here in Selmer, and to let people know that it's here. A lot of people may not realize that it's not only in their particular neighborhood. So Southern Foodway Alliance at about 2:30 this afternoon is coming up. They're going to have an oral history panel with our local slug burger makers and give them a chance to tell their story, how they came into making them, how they make theirs, and just tell their story. And they're working on a documentary. So they're really excited we came up with this event, and we're really excited that they're coming up here.
Okay. You say the slug burger kind of represents the town?
I would say the slug burger might have represented an era, and to people that were, I think, alive in that era that relied on it to be something to keep them full at a time when that was probably really hard to come by, it means a lot to people. And I think it probably means, and I know that sounds corny, but it is what it is. I think it did maybe represent a time to people, and for a lot of people you'll see on Facebook and social media that see this event going on, and they're commenting, oh, I don't live there anymore, but I remember those, eat one for me. I can't be there today, so make sure you eat one for me. So people that do remember them have fond memories of them. Some people don't. Some people it's not for them.
What do you think about, what is it about the slug burger?
What is it about the slug burger? Wow, for me, I can't actually eat them anymore because I'm allergic to beef and pork. That's a whole other story. So, but the fondest memory I have of them is from being a child. I remember I grew up in Mississippi, and I remember being a child and eating these, and then coming here and enjoying them. And when I could, what it is about the slug burger, it warms your heart, and it probably stays there for 2 to 3 months. So, maybe eat them in moderation. But there's just something about them, and I don't know if anybody can answer that question. What is it about the slug burger? That's a really good question.
As far as today, it was the first inaugural slug burger competition.
This is the first slug burger event possibly in Selmer. I'm not personally aware that they've had any in the past. I know there have been their slug burger festival down in Corinth, Mississippi that started in 1988. And I think maybe that's one thing that's caused us here to maybe neglect our own slug burger. But this is something I want to be fun and entertaining, and it gets business to the restaurants, lets people know what we have available in downtown Selmer, and at the end of the day, we all have a good time.
How's the turnout been so far? The feedback from the fans?
So far, the feedback has been way beyond what we expected, and positive. People are very excited, and they're happy that we're doing something with the Slug Burger. I think the overall consensus is, well, it's about time. So we're overjoyed at this point. We're just hoping that we don't make too many mistakes. You know, it's our first time and we're learning as we go, but we're really hoping we can come away learning a lot of stuff, and hopefully make it an annual thing and make it better every year.
Well, that's the goal, is to make it an annual event.
The goal is to make it an annual event, and we have been asked if we would consider making it a regional event and inviting other slug burger makers here to compete. That's been thrown out there, and it's a possibility, but I just want to let's see how we can get through this first time.
Is there anything you'd like to add? I might have forgotten to ask.
You know what? I'm surprised I knew how to say that much.